Please tell me about masculine energy and feminine energy. We have had core masculine energy in female and hardcore feminine energy in males. There is light and dark energy. Can somebody? I think that question is half. So I'm just going to take that question from the point of view of what I understood. Digital Trend Marketing is asking, please tell me about masculine energy and feminine energy. We have hardcore masculine energy in female and hardcore feminine energy in male. So if you understand, I'm going to take you back to your school science, biology, where you learned, I don't know whether in school or in college you learned this, but there was a biology lesson where you learned that women have estrogen, progesterone and testosterone, and men have testosterone, estrogen and progesterone. Now these are the three hormones present in man and a woman. Now in a man's body, testosterone is higher than the other two hormones, and in woman's body, the other two like estrogen, progesterone is higher than the testosterone. That determines their body structure and how their body is, whether it's a man or a woman. Apart from everything else that's happening physiologically and physically, anatomically also, the difference is there on the body. Now when you say about the hardcore masculine and hardcore feminine, I would like you to go deeper into the aspect of understanding, and this is kind of a deeper question, audience, so please bear with me. I'm going to take it like a really deep level where I want you to go back into the space of universe and the nature, right? So what our Vedantas or what our old scriptures talk about is Purush and Prakriti, right? So Purush is the spirit and Prakriti is the nature. So when the universe's spirit meets the nature, the Big Bang happens and the entire universe is created, is what our Vedic Shastras are saying, right? So the spirit is the man, and the expression of that spirit, as in the physical expression of that spirit, is a woman in the universe itself, right? So from there, if you look at, and from the perspective of you are someone who's a part of this universe, you obviously is going to have that spirit and the body, the expression of that spirit. So that's the first masculine and feminine we are all made up of. Apart from, we are talking here from the energy point of view and from the point of view of creation that's happening, right? Now everything that comes down in your life, in your space, to the point of your cellular body, everything multiplies in the same way. The procreation happens with the masculine and feminine, and every human being is having a core inside where there is a masculine part of you and there's a feminine part of you. It does not depend on your gender, okay? Gender is just like you're born physiologically or anatomically born as a woman or a man, but you have both energies inside you. Now what they say is a person who's aggressive, not aggressive would be a wrong word in a way, as in aggressive as in terms of who's like, let's take a different word. Let's not take aggression as a word. Let's take a word from the point of view of, say, suppose you are someone who's pursuing your goals, okay? So when you set your goals, you're setting your goals from the spirit. That's your purpose, right? You're setting your goals from the spirit, and when you pursue the goals, that comes from the masculine. I'm going to talk from this perspective, okay? Talking from the perspective of setting the goals would be the role of a planner, and execution is the role of a see, this is such a deep question on the Instagram live, so it's kind of getting me little into the space of how much deep I should go into this. If only if this question would come into one of my master classes, I would have gone really deep, because I'm not sure how much deep I go into this. I'm kind of thinking of from this perspective of, so role of a woman is to plan and a role of a man is to execute, right? So if you look at yourself, there's a part of you which is planning, there's a part of you which is executing, right? So it's irrespective of the gender, every human being plans and every human being executes. So that's where the feminine and masculine comes. The feminine is generally the left side of the body, of every human being, and masculine is the right side of the body of every human being. Right side of the body is governed by the sympathetic nervous system, which is the nervous system of fight and flight, which is the nervous system of action. And left side is governed by the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the nervous system of regeneration, calmness, and healing. And human beings have both. So there is in yoga it is said that it is Surya Nadi and Chandra Nadi, Pingala and Ida. And if you see the alternate breathing that we do, Anulom Vilom, that's also is from left to right and right to left. So you're actually activating, when you do Anulom Vilom, you're activating both the nadis so that you can start taking charge of your life. There are various breathing techniques mentioned in Ayurveda and yoga to activate both of these feminine and masculine energies and make sure that you are planning and executing at the same time. You're following your purpose at the same time. You're having a deeper meaning to your life. You are a human doing when you're activated in your Surya Nadi or your sympathetic nervous system, and you're a human being when you're activated in your feminine Nadi or when you're in a feminine energy. So yes, there's a dark and there's light both. So I'm not going to go any more detail into this because it's a very vast subject and not really meant for the Instagram live digital trend marketings. I hope I answered your question to whatever ways I could, possibly helping everybody else too. Thank you very much.